I want to share with you my Unlock Your Cycle program. The program where I'll be teaching you how to balance your hormones, bring more radiance to your entire body, and heal your relationship with your period. Simply put, I'll teach you how to use your menstrual cycle to make every single aspect of your life happier, healthier, and more aligned. This may seem like a tall task, but as you'll see if you join me on the program, it's intuitive, simple, and it just makes sense. And if you're anything like me, you'll actually wonder why you went your whole life not knowing this information. And even more importantly, why you were never taught this in the first place, this unique but intuitive and simple way of connecting with your own body and your own rhythms. So before we really dive in, let's talk about you for a second. Let me guess, if you're anything like myself or the women that I know, you probably grew up thinking that your period was a nuisance at best, or a curse, like an absolute curse at worst. Of course, you probably had those moments of sweating and crossing your fingers and crossing your toes, hoping that you're not pregnant, only to find yourself bleeding and you feel that sweet relief. Or on the flip side, maybe you felt the absolute anguish and crushing defeat of losing a pregnancy when you thought you were pregnant, seeing the blood of getting your period. These are the moments in our cycle that really stand out in an otherwise pretty blah canvas of more of the same, another reason to eat chocolate and go to the store and buy tampons. But this is not normal. Nor is it normal to live our lives divorced from the connection and even gifts of our cycle. It's also not normal to experience things that we take as a given with our cycles, like PMS, heavy bleeding, and even feeling like a crazy person when you get your period. It's also even not normal to have cyclical breast pain. These are things that we think are normal, but they're actually markers of an underlying hormonal condition. And we think this is normal because we've actually never been told differently. I'd like you to take a step down memory lane with me and remember your first period. What was it like? What were the messages that you got from your family or your friends? Did it feel like it was a cause for celebration or a cause for shame and embarrassment? Did you feel elated to cross that threshold into womanhood, or did you just feel confused? What kind of messages, either subtle or not so subtle, did you receive from your mother, sisters, aunts, grandmother, or kind of family, female family members? Did they give you messages about the curse and about how, oh, now you're gonna have your period and now you're gonna have pain? Or was it celebrated in your family? I'd be willing to bet that it's only a small minority of us women who were taught how to interpret the signals of our bodies and align ourselves with the gifts that come from each phase of the menstrual cycle. And that's why we're here in our 20s, our 30s, or our 40s, craving a deeper connection with our bodies. Or perhaps you're here actually feeling betrayed by your body. Or maybe you're just like me. Deep down, you have an inkling, and you know that maybe your body isn't as unpredictable, unruly, or mysterious as other people would have you think. The brilliant news is that Unlock Your Cycle will help with all of these issues and then some. I designed Unlock Your Cycle to be easy and simple to follow because I know, and science backs up, that the simpler the process or the protocol is, the more likely that you'll stick to it. And speaking of science, I'm going to try to keep the geek speak to a minimum. But just know that everything that I recommend in the program has been scientifically backed and tested. It's important to me that every step of the way, there's clinical research behind every single decision, every single thing that we put in our bodies, and every practice that we do to ensure that we have maximum hormonal balance and ultimate radiant wellness. I've personally spent over a decade researching this topic and have used myself as a guinea pig for years to test out every single step, every single protocol that's listed in the program. These are also the exact steps that I use to reverse my PCOS diagnosis and bring my body back from being 30 pounds overweight, having only 2 to 3 spotty brown periods per year, and bringing myself back to a slim, healthy, athletic weight where I now ovulate every single month, and every single month I get a period with bright red flowing blood, which is a sign that my body and my hormones are humming along really beautifully. The foundation protocol of the program is actually really good for all menstruating women, But you may have a hormonal imbalance condition like PCOS, endometriosis, or unexplained infertility that may require a little TLC. So I've developed some advanced protocols for each of the conditions and the hormonal archetypes that you'll also find in the program. This will provide you with some extra steps, supplements, functional foods, and practices that will help to heal your specific condition or symptom. But beyond the science and the protocols, I hope to share with you not only the secrets to unlocking the mystery of your menstrual cycle, but also the sheer magic of living in a female body, the joy of cyclical living, and the way that radiance, health, and good mood seem to develop naturally when you're living in harmony with your body, your hormones, and your cycle. You see, to survive in a male-oriented world, our mothers and our grandmothers had to work and live in a linear way, had to pretend that they didn't bleed, had to pretend that they didn't have a cyclical nature. But I think it's a high time that modern women not only reclaim our cycles and our cyclical nature, but learn how to communicate and parse the language of our cycles with all of its unique strengths. If you don't believe me, just look at your own life. Can you see the telltale signs of your cyclical nature? The way your flow arrives when you expect it to, or not. The predictable mood swings or teariness before you bleed. Specific cravings that come predictably throughout the month. Like for me, it's usually a desire to go and clean everything obsessively about 2 days before I bleed. I call it like a nesting urge. It's kind of like what women get at the end of pregnancy. I get right before I'm about to bleed. Now I'm focusing on the negatives here with mood swings and cravings, and that's because that's what most women are actually focused on and attuned to. What I find is that women are less attuned to or less knowledgeable about the strengths that can be had. So what about knowing when you are a boss and negotiating, or a whiz at editing, or a temptress in the bedroom? What about when you have strength or killer focus, or the ability to be a really great friend? This program goes beyond just biology. We're going to learn how to clean up, make over, and realign all aspects of your life so that you're living in true alignment with your cycle, quite possibly for the first time ever in your entire life. Imagine that, to finally know exactly what's going on in that beautiful body and mind of yours by plugging into the Unlock Your Cycle formula. It's actually easy once you know the principles. Although the female cycle is predictable and measurable, we all stand here in a unique place. Some of us are trying to have a baby, some of us are trying not to get pregnant, others are frustrated dealing with hormonal symptoms of PCOS or endometriosis, irregular periods, acne, or weight gain. Some of us are trying to get our mojo back, having lost our libido. Some of us are looking to come off the pill and restore harmony to our bodies. And some of us are just looking to create a deeper relationship with our bodies and our cycle so that we can supercharge our productivity, our happiness level, and really every aspect of our lives. But before we can jump into the optimizing and the supercharging, we need to know exactly what's going on in our own bodies. And it's not enough just to trust this to a doctor. I truly believe that as women, it's our responsibility to be our own health advocates, to know exactly what's going on for us in our bodies and with our hormones. So that's where we're gonna start first. And I promise it's not gonna be like a boring biology lesson that you learned in like the 4th grade. I consider this required knowledge for all females. After chatting about the science behind your cycle, I'm gonna share with you the 4 distinct phases of the menstrual cycle. Most women can only pick out 2. The PMS stage and the bleeding stage. But there's actually 4. We'll go over the unique characteristics, the energy, and the super strengths of each phase of the cycle, and how you can use them to align with your daily life. And then comes the interactive part, as I'll teach you how to use the cycle mapping method, the pelvo-sacral mapping technique, and the unique protocol that puts all of these things together. Trust me when I say that the techniques that you learn in Unlock Your Cycle will change your life forever, because you'll come away with a brand new understanding of how your body works. It's subtle and maybe not so subtle changes, and you may even have a brilliant light bulb moment when you try to put together a hormonal issue that's been plaguing you for years and you finally figure out what's been causing it. It's all here. And in case you're wondering how Unlock Your Cycle fits in with working with your doctor, it's a completely drug-free, integrated program that's rooted in science and cutting-edge research, functional clinical nutrition, and complementary therapies such as yoga, body work, and meditation. I'm not a medical doctor, and the information that's contained within this program is not intended to diagnose or treat any specific ailments, disorders, or diseases. When you take this program, you take your health into your own hands. And you can use this program in tandem with working with a primary care physician, fertility specialist, or gynecologist, or other alternative practitioners. Or you can do like I did and practice the principles of the program on your own. But I do believe that Western allopathic medicine, with its over-reliance on pills, specifically the birth control pill, to mask symptoms, can rob us of our autonomy, our self-advocacy, and of our opportunity to become more connected with our bodies. What's often lacking in a traditional medical practice is a deep conversation about functional nutrition, supplements, somatic sensitivity, and body awareness. Ultimately, I trust if you're the type of woman that's joining me on the program, I know that you are intuitive, curious about your health, and proactive. I trust that you're capable of listening to your body signals and consciously integrating the information provided by your doctor and the relevant information, skills, and practices that you learn on this course. But rather than just tell you all of this, why don't I pull back the curtain and give you a peek behind the scenes of the program. Unlike Your Cycle is made up of 7 different modules, with each module focusing on a unique aspect of your life. Module 1 of Unlock Your Cycle is the core program that will lay the foundation for the course and teach you all of the essentials about interpreting, tracking, and connecting with your hormones and your menstrual cycle. In this module, you'll learn everything that you never learned about in school, about your body, and by the end of the module, you'll wish that you could have learned this years ago. Module 2, Unlock Your Vitality, lays out the pathway to grounded, upbeat energy and a healthy, slim figure. Irregular periods and infertility aren't the only signs that your hormones are out of whack. In the program, we'll also look to see what's going on outside of your body, since what's going on outside tends to mimic what's happening inside. Several of the places we look at are your skin, your hair, and your figure. Because if you don't address the underlying hormonal issues, no amount of dieting, hours on the elliptical, or $100 face creams is going to make a difference in the long term. In Module 3, Unlock Your Desire, will help you get your groove back. Your sex drive is a crucial bit of info that can tell us a lot about the state of your hormonal, physical, and emotional vitality. So many women allow their sexual spark to atrophy, believing that it's supposed to die with age. And to that, we say, no way. Drawing on cutting-edge science and nutrition, Module 3 will help you to rediscover your sexual radiance and pleasure and uncover the root of any premature hormonal aging. We'll also use the latest research in the neuroscience of female pleasure to talk you through the ins and outs of how to ramp up your desire, whether you're partnered up or you're flying solo. In Module 4, Unlock Your Beauty, we'll introduce you to your new radiant, glowing skin. I bet you wish that skin woes like hormonal acne and oily, greasy hair would have left by the time you get your braces off, right? Maybe you're even wondering who in their 20s, 30s, or 40s even has skin problems still. Well, like most annoying things that happen with your body, adult skin and hair issues are hormonally linked. In Module 4, you'll learn a step-by-step protocol for how to clear up, calm down, and start glowing for good. You know that phrase, you are what you eat? Well, we're going to show how not only is this statement true, but also how there's some pretty cool research that you may be what your great-grandmother ate too. In Module 5, Unlock Your Career, you'll learn how to be the #LadyBoss, or how about CEO, that you were born to be by embracing the bodacious powers of your menstrual cycle. This module will teach you how to shine all month long in your business or in your career by tapping into your cyclical nature. When you work in tune with each of the 4 phases of the menstrual cycle, you'll be able to easily draw on the innate hormonal strengths and avoid hormonal pitfalls all throughout the month. Imagine increasing your productivity, communication skills, and creativity at work and in business simply by understanding the way your body ticks. In Module 6, Unlock Your Schedule, you'll learn how to set up your calendar to support your cycle. How much of your time is spent every month on activities that are out of sync with your cycle? Have you ever wondered when's the best time of the month to ask for a raise? Have a heart-to-heart with your partner? Go through your closet or give the house a deep clean? Plan a sexy weekend away? schedule a night out with your girls, or even try out a new class at the gym that you've been curious about. The secret is in your cycle. In this module, we'll crack the code on your cycle in a way that will make scheduling your activities throughout the month a total breeze. With a guide to your most aligned and discordant activities throughout the 4 phases of the cycle, you'll be able to plan with precision, power, and pleasure. In Module 7, Unlock Your Lifestyle, you'll learn how to create a lifestyle that supports your core values. We each have great freedom on how we choose to embody our home, our finances, and our creative expression. And as women, that freedom grows exponentially when you factor in the shifting hormonal energy throughout the month. In this module, you embark on a journey to discover sanctuary, home, manifest abundance, financial freedom, and live boldly, creativity, joy, and play. We'll use a blend of deep inquiry and cutting-edge research about the female hormonal matrix to create your signature lifestyle blueprint. If you're on the fertility journey and trying to get pregnant, you'll have the option of adding on a bonus module, Unlock Your Fertility. Because what you do, think about, eat, and how you move during those 90 days prior to conception has a tremendous impact on the quality of your eggs. The science of epigenetics has taught us about the importance of this run-up to ovulation, and in the Unlock Your Fertility course, I'll share with you a protocol that you can use for 3 to 6 months prior to conception to make sure that you're bringing out the best genetically healthy eggs that you can. This module will also help you to get and stay pregnant quickly and naturally, even if you've had infertility challenges in the past. In the Unlock Your Cycle program, not only will you receive all of the modules above, but you'll also have access to a variety of cycle-specific yoga classes, exercise videos, beauty yoga, and meditations, in addition to nutrition lists, recipes, shopping lists, and a whole bunch of quick start guides and printouts for easy access to the core principles in the program. If you're having problems with any of the following issues, then I'm sure you're gonna love the Unlock Your Cycle program. Charting your cycle, irregular periods, coming off of birth control pills, PMS, infertility, miscarriages, especially early term, PCOS, libido or difficulty orgasming, stress, weight gain, metabolism, acne, eczema, mood swings, headaches, anxiety or depression, fibroids, heavy bleeding, brain fog, or you want to learn how you can use your cycles to supercharge your career, business, creativity, home, finances, or time management, you are definitely in the right place. See, hormones influence everything. As a woman, if there's one thing I know about you, it's this. You change daily. Every day your hormones orchestrate your preferences, cravings, desires, skills, sticky points, and ways of interacting with the world. On a deep level, you know this is true, right? From what turns us on to what downright pisses us off, we're cyclical beings. But what if what seems like an unpredictable mystery, aka your unruly hormones, is actually predictable, figure-outable, and totally schedulable? Wouldn't you want to take that power into your hands and finally figure out WTF is actually going on in your body? Unlock Your Cycle is designed to bring you through every aspect of your life, showing you how to unlock the mystery of your cycle, fertility, desire, beauty, career, schedule, and your lifestyle. You name it, we've covered it. From orgasms to organizing your closet, from asking for a raise to interpreting your rising body temperature, and everything in between. It's all hormones and it's all here, baby. I'm Nicole Harlow, creator of the Unlock Your Cycle program and the founder of the Center for Menstrual and Sexual Health, and I can't wait to see you inside of the program. If you have any questions, just ask below. You can find the email address or look at the contact form to ask away. And I can't wait to meet you and help you heal your hormones. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.